Hey there, it's Saturday, March 26th. It's a beautiful spring day here in Copperopolis, and we're just going to go over the 2016 E4. So let's try and point out everything that's like nicked, scuffed, or like not perfect on it. And the first thing that comes to my mind is there is some curb rash on this right here, a little bit right there. So that's wheel number one. Wheel number two looks pretty good. There's a little curb rash there. Wheel number three looks, it didn't entirely get away with it. So all four wheels have some little curb rash. The tires are brand new. I just got them like 2 weeks ago, and they are 205 45 17s. And actually the other tires were 35s, 195 35 17, and I got 5 miles an hour top end on these. So the car goes 55 with these tires. I did notice some like paint delamination on the rocker panel here, right there and right there. And the only body damage the car has is this crack on this piece. So you need to replace this whole piece here, and it's like around, I don't know, $400 or something. Let's see, what else did I know? That is, car is registered and insured. Let's go inside. Oh, this is missing or wrong. Is I need the new nylon piece that stops the door. I'll show you on this door here. It kind of like just stops the door from flying all the way open. Oh, anything else I know about the car inside here that is wrong? Or all the rest of the bodywork's in pretty good shape. No cracks, other than the one in the back that I showed you. These doors simply, these pins come out and the door slides up and off. Super easy. All four doors lock, and there's glass windows that roll up and down. I added all these little foam pieces here, like kind of like armrest support and stuff. So let's start going over the stuff that's good and everything is in here. So let's see. All four doors lock. I don't know if I said that. I'm sorry if I did. Aftermarket, those are like motorcycle mirrors. Yeah, this door actually, sometimes it closes perfect, but other times you just kind of lift it up, closes. I think I just need to put a washer right here and it would fix that. So let's see, here's the carbon fiber roof, and it's got the daytime LED running lights, and then it looks like a halogen head bulb in there, or actually, no, that is an LED. Everything else is LED, the turn signals, the tail lights. This is your J1772 charge port right here, and this is your 110. Got a little tow hook there. I did notice on this driver's door here, it looks like there is like some scratching, like right in here, if you could see it. You know, I bought this car from a representative that it belonged to Larry Ellison, and so all the body damage or the scratches that are on the car were prior ownership, and then I took the car and went through it. So let's go for a little ride. Got the GPS speedo. You got your 1, 2, and then you have your third interior light in the back. These are some black light, kind of like fun party lights. They don't look like anything now, but at night it lights this place up. This is your dash with your tilt wheel. Everything works in here. The speedo doesn't work, but all the other kind of like controls and stuff, you know, the forward and reverse switch, you can see when you put it in gear and stuff. This is a F and rear. The battery says it's fully, you know, charged right now, but this isn't accurate because this is the thing that's accurate. This tells us everything. This tells us like the key is on, you know, and we're pulling an amp because I got quite the fan on. It's my little thing, so let's turn this off and it'll go into a state of, let's say, storage. So this tells us the car is in storage. There's nothing being drawn from the battery. This is your current gauge. This says it's a 20 cell LiPo battery in here. This says that the battery is 97% charged. This tells us our overall pack voltage, which right now is 82.99 volts. Our high cell is 1.5 and our low is 1.3. There's a 20 milliamp difference between the two. And this is our battery temperature. So, and this is your kilowatts in and kilowatts out. So if you reset this thing, it'll go to 0, and then you charge it up, it'll tell us how many kilowatts are in the battery, but I haven't reset it in a while. So let's start the car up and go for a ride. And one of the caveats with this thing is, you notice the car's in forward right now, and you go to put it in forward and you just go to pull away. For some reason, you have to rock the switch. You have to toggle it, and then the car will move. So every time you turn the key on or off, you need to toggle from forward to reverse. It's not a big deal, but it's just one of the little caveats that we have here. So it's quite hilly in Copperopolis here, and that's kind of what this car was built for. It'll take 4 people up the steepest hill you can throw at it with no problems at all. The car is a lot quieter with the doors off. I have all the doors on right now because the spring weather has been sort of like 1 minute it's hot as hell and the next minute it's chilly. So we're right at the cusp of actually removing the doors, and all 4 doors come off in about a minute. So we'll take her up onto the road here and do a kind of a high-speed run. But this hill that we're going to go up here, you've probably seen it in some of my other videos. It's real steep hill, you know. This is no joke. So just to give you an idea of how fast this thing boogies up the hill here. You know, we just got started here and we're already going 26 miles an hour. So you can keep up and beat most cars up this hill. So 31 miles an hour. That GPS speeder will tell you your direction, your speed, and the time of day. Or there's a couple other little things that you can put in there, like you could do quarter-mile recordings and other recordings. But I mean, 37 miles an hour up a steep hill like this is pretty impressive. Oh, I should have showed you some of the amp draw, but you'll notice it goes like, it's in discharge mode at the top there, and then when you let off the gas, you'll see it'll go into charge. You see we're pushing back at 166 amps right now into the battery, back in there. So, okay, so now we're on the, I guess we'll call it the main road. So this thing scoots right along. Already going 45 miles an hour. So this kind of gives you an idea of breaking the law. Anyways. So we got nothing to read in here. This is telling us we're pulling 160 amps a second, and our battery and charge voltage, we're going 50 miles an hour. So keep keeping up with cars and or passing them on normal city streets is definitely not a problem. So we'll end this here, and I will take the trunk and the hood off so you can see what's powering this thing. Okay, we got the car fully opened up. Let's do a little looky-see what we got here. So this is our high voltage charger. We have two chargers in the car. One is the factory Delta Q, which charges at up to, I think, at 86 volts is where that one's topping out at. And which will take the battery pack to 1.46 volts. And then this is the Big Daddy. This is 220 volts at 30 amps. And you can run both chargers, the Delta Q and this, at the same time. So you can get as much as like a 50 amp charge into this thing. So this is our charger. It's fully removable. All these are just quick disconnects, so this will just pop right out if need be. And then what sits below it is the 20 cell bolt battery, and that's two 10 cells stacked on top of each other like a condominium. And these are the JST leads, or the balance leads, that come out of the battery like an octopus, and then they feed through the body into the car right here and go back to the Chargery 24 cell BMS. And this thing also works as a charge control, so it turns off the charger when it reaches the preset voltage that you put in the BMS. I also have like a little emergency cord here for if you're out on a ride, you got something to charge from. This is your charge control. So that green light tells me, and I have it dangling here so I can kind of see it. It tells me if the car needs charge or not. It will light up when the BMS has been told, like, hey, as soon as the battery voltage drops, 1 volt, I want that light to kick on, and I want the charger to start up. And this is the person that decides that. Here's those 3D printed cup holders. There's 3 in the front, 2 in the back, so plenty of room for drinks. And that's my little camp heater buddy, a little catalytic converter heater. I don't think there's too much else going on back here. Here's your shunt. This actually is a device that measures the current between the negative terminals on the battery and connects to the BMS. So all that current that you see up front being pushed and pulled, that's where it comes through. So here's the factory Delta Q, 110 volt charger, 15 amps. This is your 220 port right here, JS1772, and then that's your 110 volt. This is the 9 kilowatt AC motor, and that is your, so you get a better look at it, that's your 1235 geared transmission. Your stock transmission is a 17-to-1. Transaxles are stock, shocks are stock. I've already gone over the wheels and the disc brakes. Here is your Sevcon S6 controller, and I think this will go 600 amps. So the most I've ever seen is like 350, maybe 400. This right here, the orange piece, that's your high voltage disconnect solenoid. The stock one is 48 volts, and that's I think that's around 100 is what that thing limits out at. Yeah, what else is interesting up here? Your BMC, which I don't think we use BMC, is right in there. This box right here is one of the CAN bus, and I've been told that there is a mod for this, so you can take that unit out and your factory dash speedometer will be accurate. So I use that GPS one, so I don't really care. And that's about it. I think if there's anything else up here that's special that you need to see or know about. Everything else is pretty much, oh, I'll show you the those are the isolation, the dampening isolation mounts. You can see the bolt right there is actually what does all the magic. So the transmission mount isn't actually touching the frame. It's sandwiched between those washers, and those mounts are aftermarket. So there's your trunk and your trunk lid. So the trunk, this goes on first. In fact, we'll do it right now. This goes on first, just has a Velcro. situation and sits on there like that. And then the trunk has 4 17mm heads that go in here, and the trunk goes on in another 30 seconds. Here's your hood, and these are your mounting points. So that's all I can think of for now. So let's see if you see anything else that we need to talk about before I close up here. That's about it for now. So give me a call if you got any questions.